the system, so that we know that now they're looking for substance and she don't have no substance. So we're going to put her in the system knowing that she's going to go down and we can take the child. It's a win-win situation for us, so come to court. This is how we were born to be slave, brothers and sisters. We were born to be enslaved. Read.
Verse 47. And they that occupy their merchandise with robbery.
And these are the same people that are over our system. They got everything they received through robbery. What makes you think that your best interest is at heart? See, this is what the scriptures are giving you common sense here. What makes you think that this system can fulfill your dreams when they have taken everything they have received was through robbery and deceit? Think about it, brothers and sisters. Read.
And they that occupy their merchandise with robbery, the more they deck their cities, their houses, their possessions.
The more they do what?
The more they deck their cities.
The more you start decking your cities.
Their houses.
And you start decking your houses if you're going to be there forever. And what?
Their possessions.
And the things you have, you out there shining your car, taking a picture in front of your car, and the repo man is around the corner. This is what's going on here. The more you do these things. Read.
And their own persons.
And their own persons. Man, I'm looking dapper. Man, look at this. I'm sharp. Here it is, just to go into a club and lean next to a bar and just to do nothing, just looking simple as you can be. This is what we do. We get dressed just to go somewhere and just look just like this. I mean, what is the point? I'm sharp tonight. Got your shoes laid out. You got everything laid out as if it's a person on the bed with the shoes on the floor looking at it. I'm gonna hurt him tonight, boy. I'm gonna hurt him. Then you put on these monkey suits. This is what we do. We put on these monkey suits and we go out someplace and and they look at us like, man, what are you doing? Don't you know we're about to enslave you all? Don't you know you are slaves? This is what we do. Sitting around looking at people up in the clubs and we're like, yeah, you know, let me buy her a drink. And it's a never-ending cycle. People, I mean, it's utterly ridiculous. Then you on the floor dance with somebody else's woman. She's all got her hands on the floor someplace, and it's all types of madness. Yet they are trying to destroy us. We're decking ourselves. You have a woman, she'll be inside the beauty salon for 12 hours for one night. This is what goes on. 12 hours just for 3 hours of trying to look like a certain person that she's seen on TV in a club. This is what we do. Have two people up in your head. 12, 13 hours. You nodding, sleeping and everything. Two people up in your head. This is what we do. We're decking ourselves, doing all these things, not knowing that something is about to happen. When we should be decking ourselves according to the scriptures. We should be decking ourselves and trying to figure out, okay, how will we survive this spiritually? Think about that. But yet all these people that be out in the club, that are doing all these things, they're the people looking at you saying, something is wrong with you. Because you have separated yourself from this simple life. They'll look at you as if something ain't right about you. Why you don't put on monkey suits? Why you don't stand next to a bar out of your mind, just looking at people walk by and just go right back home and get on the computer, then come back to the club next week? Something is wrong with you. Okay? See, it's a parallel life. And while the other nations are sitting there nation building, taking down, doing all types of things, building their infrastructure, keeping you enslaved. They're thinking about the future while you're thinking about what? This is what it is. And then when they start rounding us up, we're going to be like, oh Jesus, oh God, how could you have done this to me, God? Oh Lord, this how we go. This is us. Oh Jesus. Read it.
Verse 48. The more will I be angry with them for their sin.
Read that again.
The more will I be angry with them for their sin.
The more we deck ourselves, the more the Most High is going to be angry with us. The more he will be upset with us. The more. Because it's like we don't understand what time we're in. Brothers, someone made a statement and I have to say it again. We are at war. This is war. And the war is on every level. The war is we can't even eat food without getting poisoned. We can't even drink water without being poisoned. We're being spiritually destroyed, physically destroyed. And yet we're walking in life as if we're not in a war. Think about this. And the Most High is trying to show us, listen, I woke you up so that you could become a part of my army to fight in this war. And some people ask me, well, how would I fight? How will you be able to fight when Christ returns if you are not in a position to fight now? The spirit that's in you to fight is the same spirit that's going to fight in that time. What you're doing now. So yeah, you have to work to make your election sure. You have to be willing to get on the battlefield and fight so that you'll be in the mindset to do it when Christ returns. Read.
Verse 49. Like as a whore envieth a right honest and virtuous woman, so shall the righteousness hate iniquity, when she decketh herself, and shall accuse her to her face, when he cometh that shall defend him that diligently searcheth out every sin upon earth. And therefore be ye not like thereunto, nor to the works thereof. For yet a little, and iniquity shall be taken away out of the earth.
So we have to wait a little time, and eventually the sin will subside. But we have to fight through this. We have to fight through this. Read.
And righteousness shall reign among you. Let not the sinner say that he hath not sinned, for the Most High shall burn coals of fire upon his head.
And that's another thing. None of us can say that we have not sinned. So none of us can get high-minded to the point where we think that we're better than someone else. Because I talk about it, but listen, we've all done things and are doing things that we must get right before Christ returns. And see, and that brings everyone down to a base level. Righteousness is going to be totally put away when Christ returns, but we have to do the best we can to correct ourselves while there's time. That's another attribute of being able to fight in this war. I need you to go to where it says, some shall desire to go into a city and will not be able to.
2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 17.
2nd Ezra 15 and 17. Read it.
A man shall desire to go into a city.
Go to a verse before that.
Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men.
There shall be sedition amongst men. Read.
And invading one another.
They shall be invading one another. That's what we're coming into. So all these people that have their comfortable house and all that, you don't think someone is looking at the things you have? And when it comes time, they're going to come into your house to take it. See, we think we're flossing to show that we're doing good in life. But really what we're doing, we're showing those that are without exactly where to go when it's time. Mm-hmm. So our people, we have $30 and we'll spend 25 of it on how to look good. This is how we operate. We have to look like we have money. This is us. We can be flat broke. You can have a guy that can't rub two nickels together with a $200 and $300 suit on. No money in the pocket. But this is how we operate. And so the Lord says we deck ourselves. Listen, whatever you have and people are seeing you get it, they'll be the first to come get it. And I need y'all to check out how some of these other nations operate. You will see a guy with all this money and he'll have on a 50-cent pair of shoes he got from Goodwill. He'll drive a little bent up car. He would wear the cheapest clothes. You would never think he have anything. Okay? And he'll be on a train and you'll look at him like he look a bum. He'll get off the train, get back into his BMW that he parked, and go into his big house someplace. And you will never know that he have what he have. And he have a lot of guns in case someone want to try to take what he have. We don't think like that. We don't think like that. Okay? You can have somebody with $300 and take $150 of it to get their hair done and to get their nails done. This is what we do. Read.
For there shall be sedition among men.
There shall be sedition amongst men. Read.
And invading one another.
And invading one another. Read.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
They shall not regard their kings or princes. Now I'm going to show you, and I'm going to bring this back around, but I'm going to bring this back into layman's terms so we can understand it on the lowest level. Somebody made a good statement about Nikes and Jordans, how they only cost $11 to make in China. And they'll sell them back to you for $200, $150. And pay someone to advertise a sneaker that's only worth $8 to make or $11 to make in China. And here it is, the people that are promoting this like Jordan and these other guys are multi-millionaires. But they didn't think that, okay, we're the people, the LeBron James, the Dwayne Wades, all these famous, these guys can be entrepreneurs, can come together and say, you know what? Let's make our own league and build our own basketball court, and let's go to China and strike a deal and make our own sneakers. Slaves don't think like that. You have a lockout within the NFL where the slave masters who own the slaves, which are the drafted players that sit on auction blocks, they're not going to play because they can't come in agreement with the slave master. If you're the people playing on the field, and you already are millionaires, why don't you have enough sense to put your money together, build your own fields, and play football? How can they stop you from doing that? That shows you the mentality, even if you have money, how you're operating in a slave mentality. All the money you have, and you didn't think, let me come together, let's kick these guys out of here. We don't need these guys. They don't play. This is the mindset that goes on with the children of Israel. You don't even think that you already have the power. A lot of people say, well, Christ, when is the kingdom coming? Christ looked at them and say, listen, man, you looking for a kingdom to come out of heaven. Don't you know the kingdom is within you? You already have everything to build a kingdom. Why don't you build it for yourself? Why are you waiting for somebody else to bring you a kingdom? And see, and that's the mindset. These guys are not dumb either. They're intelligent people. These are college graduates. These guys are not dumb that are in the arena. Okay? They're just dependent. And they don't know the power they have within themselves. Listen, I would have in a minute say, listen, y'all go, owners, y'all go ahead. I can cut my, listen, you cannot do anything without players. I don't care how great arena or skyboxes you have. If you don't have players, you don't have a team. Period. We take our own money. We don't got to wait for a contract with y'all. Y'all broke. Y'all reneged on y'all contract. We out of here. Let's come together. Let's put our money together. And let's play and make this a worldwide sport in which we own. Slaves don't think like that.